In Alexandre Dumas's The Three Musketeers, each of the four central figures, Athos, Porthos, Aramis, and D'Artagnan, embodies a distinct temperament and set of values, together creating a richly textured portrait of camaraderie. Among them, Porthos stands out as the most flamboyant and physically imposing. A man of great appetite for food, fashion, wealth, and glory, he brings both comic relief and raw strength to the narrative. Yet beneath his humorous vanity lies genuine loyalty and courage. Role in the narrative. Porthos is introduced as one of the king's musketeers and quickly becomes one of D'Artagnan's closest companions. Their first meeting, like those with Athos and Aramis, begins with hostility. D'Artagnan inadvertently offends Porthos and challenges him to a duel. However, when the duel is interrupted by Cardinal Richelieu's guards, the four men unite in combat, cementing their bond. From then on, Porthos joins in their shared adventures, providing both muscle and bravado. Narratively, Porthos plays a dual role. On the one hand, he is a comic figure, often the source of levity amid the novel's darker intrigues. His obsession with fashion, especially his ornate clothing and the golden baldric he boasts of, provides a contrast to Athos's austere dignity and Aramis's refined romanticism. On the other hand, Porthos is a man of action, contributing physical prowess in duels, skirmishes, and daring missions. For instance, during the perilous journey to retrieve Queen Anne's diamond studs, Porthos's strength proves vital despite his injuries. Porthos also functions as a foil to the other musketeers. Where Athos is melancholic and philosophical, and Aramis is thoughtful and ambitious toward the church, Porthos is straightforward, driven by tangible rewards and pleasures. Yet he is never reduced to a mere caricature. His loyalty in battle and his willingness to risk his life for his friends demonstrate that beneath the vanity lies a courageous heart. Symbolic significance. Porthos symbolizes the body and its appetites: strength, hunger, sensuality, and vanity. He is the most corporeal of the musketeers, emphasizing the pleasures of the material world: food, drink, clothing, wealth, and recognition. His character thus reminds readers that heroism is not solely about lofty ideals but also about very human desires. Porthos's love of luxury and pomp often borders on the ridiculous, making him a symbol of vanity and material ambition. His exaggerated concern with appearances contrasts sharply with Athos's disdain for superficiality. Yet this vanity is not purely negative. It gives Porthos vitality, humor, and relatability. In representing human weakness so openly, he embodies the imperfections that make characters believable and endearing. Beyond his vanity, Porthos symbolizes strength and steadfastness. He may be boastful, but when action is required, he delivers. His physical presence assures readers that he is not merely comic relief but a vital contributor to the musketeers' unity. Symbolically, Porthos demonstrates that loyalty and courage can coexist with vanity and folly, making him a complex, multifaceted figure. Broader implications. Through Porthos, Dumas suggests that heroes need not be flawless. Unlike Athos, who embodies tragic nobility, or Aramis, who pursues intellectual and spiritual ideals, Porthos is unabashedly human in his weaknesses. His love of wealth, food, and finery makes him a more approachable figure, reminding readers that even the most loyal companions have imperfections. This democratizes the idea of heroism, making it accessible rather than unattainable. Porthos's obsession with appearances and social advancement satirizes aristocratic vanity. His pride in wearing luxurious clothing, even when borrowed or acquired through dubious means, parodies the superficial markers of nobility in 17th-century France. For Dumas's 19th-century readers, Porthos represented both a critique and a caricature of a class whose privileges were increasingly irrelevant in post-revolutionary society. His character reveals how outward symbols of wealth and status can mask inner insecurity. Porthos also represents excess, a quality that is both comic and dangerous. His gluttony and ostentation suggest indulgence, yet his strength and energy stem from the same excessive vitality. This duality reflects the romantic fascination with extremes of character. Porthos embodies the idea that human greatness often coexists with folly, and that excess, while ridiculous, can fuel acts of bravery. Despite his vanity, Porthos is wholly committed to his friends. The Musketeers accept his flaws without question, demonstrating the novel's central theme of loyalty and camaraderie. Through Porthos, Dumas suggests that true friendship requires embracing imperfection. His presence in the group underscores that unity does not demand uniformity but rather the ability to harmonize diverse personalities. While Porthos often serves as comic relief, his humor is not trivial. His vanity highlights the absurdities of human behavior, while his courage ensures he remains admirable. In this sense, Porthos illustrates the duality of comedy and seriousness in life. Laughter and folly coexist with loyalty and bravery. By including such a character, Dumas enriches the tone of the novel, preventing it from becoming overly solemn while still preserving its dramatic depth. Conclusion. Porthos is one of the most memorable figures in the Three Musketeers, not because he is flawless or noble in the tragic sense, but because he is vividly human. His role in the narrative blends comic relief with physical strength, making him both entertaining and indispensable. Symbolically, he represents appetite, vanity, strength, and loyalty, qualities that, though contradictory, together form a portrait of flawed but authentic heroism. On a broader level, Porthos critiques aristocratic pretension, humanizes the notion of heroism, and underscores the importance of friendship in accepting imperfections. His excesses may invite laughter, but his courage commands respect. In this balance, Dumas captures the complexity of human nature. The same man who boasts of his finery and feasts with abandon will also risk his life for a friend. Ultimately, Porthos embodies the truth that heroism is not about perfection but about loyalty, courage, and humanity. His presence ensures that the Three Musketeers is not merely a tale of solemn honor and tragic fate but also one of humor, vitality, and the enduring joy of camaraderie. By embracing Porthos with all his faults and strengths, readers recognize that the spirit of all for one and one for all rests not in uniform nobility but in the unity of diverse and imperfect friends.